What's up everyone, Sumer here from the Unstoppable Baller, and today we talk about how to create strong alignment from the foot to the lower leg to the knee, all the way to the hip properly so that you can track your knee over your ankle really well for virtually any movement that requires that to happen, which in athletics is all the time. And if you're just a person that enjoys moving in any which way, you want to just strength train, whatever it is you want to do, go up and down stairs, knee over foot is very, very important. So training for the access or the ability for you to even train movements to improve this is what this next exercise will be for. So you need a gua sha blade, a slant board, something to weigh down one side of the board, maybe a mat, and you should be good to go. Without further ado, let's get to the video. So this is a lateral scrape on the slant board. So you want to set up, put something down the way to weigh down one side of your board. I have a sandbag. You can use a dumbbell, kettlebell, it all works fine. Okay, so whatever you have, weigh it down. Now, mind you, if your knee is pretty much directly lateral and close to the board, this is the easiest position to get into. So most of you doing this will need to be here. The progression from this is simply to get this knee to be wider away from the board. So progression would be this being super wide, and then me trying to keep this right heel out as the big toe is on this board. Okay, if I want to go wider, I can. Here, then shift over like that. Okay, so that is the progression of what I'm headed toward. Being able to travel this knee over the foot while this heel stays out is what I want. Now, for most of you that are starting this, you're gonna have to start pretty close to the board. That's okay. Honor where you're at. So if I'm here, I'm trying to travel this knee over towards the toes while pursuing the heel down. It doesn't mean that the heel needs to go all the way to the bottom. It means that you want to pursue it or drive it down towards the board as you're holding the position. As you're here, this is where you're starting to work through the tissue. Okay, so you get your blade, and when you work through your tissue, I want you guys to focus on a couple things. One is going to be really on the outside of the leg. So everything if you find the bone right here, this bony part of your outer calf, behind it, directly behind is where I want you to start. I want you to work that tissue all the way down towards the ankle. So from here, if I'm in position, I'm going to take my blade, I'm going to start to work that tissue pretty strongly. Put some butter on there, some shea butter, put some oil, whatever you have, and work really strong, especially going towards the outer ankle. Really work here. Take your time. As you do it, you'll notice that you'll be able to track a little easier going over the foot. That's what we're after. Okay, so work this out. Every now and then use your knuckle, like that, and then drive down that tissue. Whew, should be pretty intense. That's starting right behind that bone, okay? Then the next step is to start pretty much on the bone and the tissue to the lateral aspect of the shin. All of this is fair game. Pretty strong. After you finish this, guess what? Knuckle it up, then knuckle on the outside. Ooh. Push pretty strong. Do not be overly nice to yourself here, okay? Then you work closer to the front. So then you do the same thing here. Okay, all this is fair game. From here all the way up, work all that tissue. And really, the closer you hold your blade to the actual point of contact, and you really scoop, the better. So from here, I'm really trying to get into the tissue, not just airbrushing. Okay, so get in there, really dig. Then guess what? Use your knuckle. And you might ask, how many times do I do it? Enough to where you can actually feel a change in your foot, meaning you can actually take your knee over a little further. Okay, that's really how far you want to do it for. Then of course, work the front part of the shin, right? To the side of this bone. Same thing. And it's going to burn your glute, your groin, your VMO. So it's going to be tiring just holding this position. Then you guessed it, use your knuckle. okay? Same thing, okay? If you need breaks, come out of it for a second, shake it out. It's gonna be kind of intense. Come back in. When you come back in, what I want you to do next is then to work the inside of your calf. So you're really trying to work every part of your leg. So inside of the calf, from the inside first, work all of it, right inside that shin bone. Then knuckle, right? Really knuckle up. Then work the same thing on this side. And this, like really work all of this, okay? Same process, doesn't change. And then again, you retest. Then if you want to work the back of the calf, stuff right here on the posterior angle, the same thing, guys. Here, only difference is you can't bend over as much. You want to extend and then work everything on the back side. All of this, everything you can. And of course, you guessed it, push, push, push. By doing this enough, this should now feel pretty easy to get to, okay? After you've worked this, we're also gonna work IT, quad, middle quad, inner quad groin. So this is gonna burn a lot. You're gonna sweat it out here. Inner quad, VMO. If you have scar tissue around your knee, I think a lot of you guys probably do, work right on top of the bone. Side of the bone, front of the bone, kneecap. Spend a lot of time there. Clean all of this up, every aspect. Then work the inside. The whole chain, then knuckle up. Same thing, or use the opposite hand. Same on top, same lateral, do all of it. When you get done, at this point, your ankle should be pretty stretched out. Now it's time for reps, okay? So reps, get your foot here, kettlebell on top, track this knee over, keep pursuing the heel down, push through your toe while your knee is traveling over. Make sure the lift of your heel comes from your toe. So push, and I'm always traveling the knee over. So I should feel the load in my calf, my outer calf. And if I slip, just reposition. You also have chalk by now, so you can use your chalk. Get all your reps. Let's switch sides. All right, everyone, if you've enjoyed the video, hit like, hit subscribe, comment below with any of your insights or reflections or questions that you might have. And if you need more support, more guidance, more help, and you want to be a part of a community of like-minded folks just like you who want to improve their body, get stronger, get more pain-free, and get back their sport at a level that they can play for the rest of their life, then DM us, talk to us. Let's see if we would be a good fit to work together in our 12-month online mentorship program, where we work with people all around the world and support them weekly in their process, in their route towards becoming more and more unstoppable in their sport and in their life. Peace.